Good morning, SP. Sorry about that. I fell back to sleep. So terrible start to my day. Sorry, but I do have a lot of clips. First, my caveat. There will be people I feature that you don't like. That's just the facts of the matter. So accept that and let's move on. Let's see. First, we have... let me go back and share screen. That would help. No. First, I have to get my glasses so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Lorelai's here. Hey, Lorelai. Thanks for being patient with me this morning. All right. First, we have Voice Down Under T with a Key to Life programming clip.
Takes weeks to do, and you literally learn every month. Yeah, thank you. It did take months. You learn, you have a book, not joking, you have a book this thick.
Yeah.
And you study every variation of every small word. So every definition of of, the, and, to, for, from. Yeah, I mean,
and you get a really weird idea about grammar, guys. They try to redefine grammar in it, so it really fucks you up.
And I think it is hypnotic.
Yes.
It is hypnotic, ritualistic. Like, it's almost like boot camp for linguistics, where you go into boot camp and they break down your identity and build it back up. It's almost like that, but for language. And they break down your language, and then they insert all this Scientology language.
Yep.
And then pretty soon you're speaking Scientologese and nobody knows what the fuck you're saying except for other Scientologists.
So meta. It's a clip. She starts off with a clip from Nora and Liz, Gail. And it's from T. Used to be T Perth, and now it's T, a Voice Down Under. And next we have a clip from Tori Chrisman. Tori Magoo, 44, interviewed Amir Asali. It seems like Amir Asali is making the rounds. Everyone is getting an interview with him. Start over. Share the right tab. Here we go.
All right, we're live. Thank you, everyone, for hanging on and staying with me. I apologize. I had some trouble.
So that was the first ever org that.
Now I gotta find where it was.
Rave about it, and they go on, speak with Matt Lauer, and they talk about this and they talk about that and whatnot. That makes you think, wow, like he's saying everything he's accomplished is because of these guys and because of this knowledge that these guys have to offer. And so that kind of draws you in, which is the really, really scary thing about it. But I mean, I'm obviously just learning all this as I'm, reading and gaining knowledge as I've left. But yeah, obviously they're very, straight to the point over there. So I was doing these 3 life improvement courses a week. And then, it's like,
that wasn't the clip I wanted to show, though. Hold on a second. I will get it, because I wanted to show you something specific. If I go down to clips here, I don't have to settle. I can play it.
There's no care for it. It's completely dead. You'd think it's like abandoned or something. So I went in, and then basically it's like these spiral stairs upstairs. But I did a personality test, and then I did a stress test. I didn't buy a book or anything, despite them trying to sell me Dianetics and whatnot. But then I came back, and then I bought the little communications booklet, because they're like cheap little £4 booklets or whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll give it a read. So I bought the study tech one, and I bought the communications one. And then I was like, do you mind if I just browse around? Just like I was in a bookstore, or like I was getting a vinyl or something. I just browsed around looking at the different books and whatnot. And then I just said, like, I'm a big film fan. I love acting. I love movies and whatnot. And then he was like, oh, you should do the communications course. And I was like, what was that? And I was like, what building? There's no care for it. It's completely dead. You'd think it's like abandoned.
I wanted you to see the beginning of how he started. He stopped by to see some friends, and they pulled him in, basically. Next, we have Eyes to See.
Just how do I say it? I know the basics. And everything that I've seen on various peoples in secret societies, and not everyone in secret societies are doing evil deeds. But the evil that I have seen, it's inverting everything. The law of mentalism, mind control.
Check out Eyes to See. I'm not going to play that whole clip. This is another one from Eyes to See about L. Ron Hubbard's son-in-law speaking out.
For Daily Mail. This is November 2019. Guy White, 63, is the first ever Hubbard family member. I don't think so. To break their silence, to speak out about his time in Scientology. He's not the first one. White married Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard's daughter, Suzette, in 1986. The same year, Hubbard died of a stroke. I have never wanted to speak out earlier because I've been followed. I've had private investigators on me. It's very intrusive, he says. He tells Daily Mail TV that he was imprisoned for 30 days, spit on by church leader David Miscavige, and audited for his transgressions. I want to add in here how many, the majority of the auditors are children.
Check out Eyes to See as she breaks down this Daily Mail article. He is definitely not the first one to speak out. Ronald DeWolf, L. Ron Hubbard Jr., spoke out, and I think he was the first to speak out. And DeWolf's grandson or son speaks out as well on the regular. So that article needs some fact checking. Next, we have a clip from Jenna Miscavige.
I'm Jenna Miscavige. My uncle's the leader of Scientology. I was born and raised in it, and now I'm here to expose Scientology's crimes. This is straight from the mouth of the guy who cut the checks to hide Scientology's child predators from the U.S. authorities.
When I was the Treasury Secretary for the Flag Service Organization, I always had to make sure I kept money set aside for emergencies. What kind of emergencies? How about an adult doing something they weren't supposed to a child? And the way Scientology would handle that is to get usually both of them like quickly out of the state and not report it to the authorities.
I'm Jenna Miscavige.
Covering up child sex crimes. It's terrible. Next, I want to play a clip from Scooter Mom. Hold on one second.
Puts out, and I don't know why I stopped. I'm thinking it had to do with the number of subs, and I don't know, even check recently to try to remember to feature them a little more often. So Jamie Mustard was on the Jordan Harbinger show not long ago. I think it might have been a couple of weeks ago. Listen as he calls out or shouts out, actually, the call-in crew. Just give me a second here to bring it up and switch to that tab because it's being difficult today.
an hour.
I mean,
that's what it was.
Well, it's only in the last year and a half with these non-Scientology protesters going crazy all over the world, but also crazy in LA. There's these non-Scientologist protesters, a couple kids that grew up within it that have been showing up at the LAPD police council meetings, the public works meetings, and giving them this information. And in the last year and a half, for the first time in 30, 40 years, they're no longer allowing off-duty police officers to do security at Scientology events. For the first time in the last year and a half. I mean, one of the reasons I finally decided to speak out is I felt like we were aging out, Jordan, and our story had never been told. What happened to me as a child of the paramilitary happened over 40 years on 4 continents: Sydney, Australia, Southern England.
I featured that clip, or not that exact moment of the clip, and Scooter Mom found a really interesting section of it. So I wanted to highlight that. But also I forgot to shout out Scooter Mom and the Scooter Report yesterday. I knew I was forgetting something yesterday, and that's what it was. So please support Scooter Mom. She does great work. This clip is from the Jordan Harbinger show, and he interviewed Jamie Mustard. Next, we have a clip from Aaron Smith Levin condemning Grant Cardone, calling him out.
Compensation agreement for the position of Chief Marketing Officer. Unbelievable. And Cardone Real Estate Acquisitions. Oh, the employee agreement. Wow, it's almost like Brian Robb was in fact the chief marketing officer of Cardone Capital. Absolutely unbelievable. And there's one other thing that I want to share with you. This goes back to some of the first videos I ever did about Grant Cardone. This was back when the videos I did about Cardone actually got views. My videos about Grant Cardone don't get any views these days. And the videos about him haven't gotten good views for a very, very long time. I do the videos anyway, just out of, the goodness of my heart and the pleasure that it brings me. Because guys, please don't forget, Grant Cardone is one of the #1 recruiters and one of the #1 financiers of the multi-billion-dollar international family-destroying human trafficking cult known as Scientology. Grant Cardone is one of the highest-level Scientologists in the world. And what I do here on this channel is take every opportunity I can to educate and inform people that Scientology is a family-destroying human trafficking cult. And I take pleasure in exposing the people who keep this cult alive by funding it to the tunes of Grant Cardone has funded Scientology to the tune of $18 million. And like I said, he is actually one of their #1 recruiters. So about 3 years ago,
calling out Grant Cardone, check it out. This just was aired last night. And then I have another section from the same video that is a retort or response from Mr. Rob, or from Rob Grant. No. I got his name wrong. See, I'm not awake yet, guys. I'm sorry. Let's go to that tab and share it.
Internal rate of return projections, among other serious issues. And as a result, I reported the matter to both the FBI and the SEC. During my first week, the chief financial officer barged into my office while Grant was present and said, "Are you going to make investors whole from last year?" That comment was directed at Grant, not Brian. That same year in question, Grant purchased a G5 jet for approximately $50 million. They also had 2 temporary employees shred all of the documents throughout the entire office over the course of multiple days. Despite the chief financial officer being frantic and needing them for accurate reporting. Captain Ryan, so that's Ryan. Ryan is the guy who was the captain of Grant's private jet, and Ryan then became the head, I think, the head of one of Grant Cardone's real estate operations. Captain Ryan was even telling another person in accounting to burn the place down. Bottom line, this is defamation. And for the record, I quit. I was never terminated. You are
Grant Cardone had a whistleblower, and then this was the Brian Robb speaking out about what was said in response to that. Next, I have a clip from Club Brain Fog.
It seems a little weird, right? Oh, that was a cleaning lady. She says, "Oh God, here they..."
Did you guys see that? The cleaning lady at the very beginning, she started walking out with trash, turned the corner, saw Club Brain Fog, and beelined it straight back in.
Or here she comes. I keep forgetting that the ones with the gray shirts are the cleaners. So, yeah, I'm really freaking sick and tired of my leg. I'm gonna have to like spend a lot of time on my bike. Oh, look, they're closing the door. Xenu, bless. Ask about Xenu. He knows everything. She's got a coat on too. What you guys can't afford to heat? It's expensive to heat those buildings. It is. So the approach is always such a surprise. People are crazy. Thank you. Yes, I know. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, look at them blocking you out.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah. Supposedly, though, it's for the block the people in there to see me, not for me to see it.
So there's some people inside are like, hey, what do they do?
Exactly.
Crazy motherfuckers.
You know it. Have a good.
Thought that was funny interaction, but also I thought it was really funny how as soon as they saw her, they took a beeline straight back to the building because you can't for a second let her be seen within inside there. It's crazy. Here we have another clip from Aaron from a different stream he did on Grant Cardone.
Okay.
I know, but Grant only ever says what it's not. He never says what it is.
You cannot move up with money. The courses can be as low as $10 there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so when Grant says you can't move up with money, technically he's being accurate, but he knows he's only giving partial answers. In order to move up the levels cost money, but just buying the levels doesn't move you up the levels. You have to do the levels. And that's why he's being such a fucking dick here with his stupid, incomplete answers. Yeah, you can't go up the levels with money, but you can't go up the levels without money, Grant. And you know what Vlad is asking, okay? You have to pay the money and then do the level, okay? Now, the levels cost different amount of money for different amount of people because you pay auditing by the hour, and not all levels take the same number of hours for each person. So anyway, Grant's being intentionally deceptive here. Now, there are levels.
Calling out Grant. Grant was being interviewed by Vlad. Next, we have a clip, two interesting stories within a stream from Liz, Gail. The first one where she talks about the Valeska Paris story.
And when I started understanding how it really worked, I basically was like, Mom, like, did you know when you were there that you were being waited on by slaves? Did you know that you were a part of the system that was abusing not just faceless people, but specifically Valeska Paris, who is essentially my peer generationally and could have very well been me? And the response that I had expected, because excuse me, my whole life, my mom had been a champion for Citizens Commission on Human Rights, meaning she was fighting psychiatrists on behalf of Scientology and abuses in the psychiatric field, which do exist. And I read newspaper articles of her setting up tip lines for victims, and it seems like she really had a desire, much like mine, to like advocate. And
it's a story about how when Liz was waking up and was uncovering all these truths, like the Valeska Paris story, and she went to her mom to ask her about her mom and her mom's involvement with that. It's really interesting. You have to go watch Liz's stream on that. It was well, crap, that hurts. Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist. And by the way, I have to correct yesterday. Yesterday, I said her book, I thought, was named Confessions of a Former Scientologist, and it's not. Her book is named Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist. I have one more clip from the same stream where she talks about the letter that came out from Debbie Cook. Here we go. Oops, it's not sharing. Hold on. This is talking about when Debbie Cook had written that letter that went out to all the Scientologists on their email list, and then Scientology came after her, and a little bit about the court case.
Now, she was sued. She was sued. She was dragged into court. She was sued for over $1 million because she had signed an NDA. This is huge. Scientology uses corporate, structured, arbitrary, like arbitrating contracts. It's like a litigious loophole that a lot of corporations use, actually. So they sued her and took her into court, put her up on the stand. And on the stand, she told the entire world that she had been locked up in a Scientology makeshift prison. She was physically held and restrained in these trailers that had bars on the windows where they could only leave in single file line when they were being chaperoned. They slept with ants.
Liz calling out the hole that Cook was able to expose to the world and how the abuses affected so many there, and how Scientology came and basically shut the trial down and bought her out. Next, we have a clip from Hell's Gear. Hell's Gear was a longtime anti-Scientology protester.
Good. Oh, hi. Don't forget, don't fair game people, please. And stop family disconnection. Oh, you're taking courses here? Oh, are they good? What's the CCH? Oh, you're against psychiatry? Oh, I'm a fucking idiot?
That was a good clip. I see why she reshared that. That is a throwback from her, calling out the fact that March 1st is the anniversary at the Chicago org. Next, we have another throwback to Chicago. Corn Freak caught a student ICE protest.
Hey, Nancy Berman. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live, but look at this. I've been following them all along, playing music in my car. I got my frog outfit on. I have so much good footage, and they made me cry, these students. Oh, my God. Whew. Well, I don't think I can show you my sign.
Just some people of life. Corn's still out there. Corn's still an activist. Corn is still protesting. And last, we have an update about the health situation with Eyes to See. Guys, if you don't know, Eyes to See has been struggling with her health. So if you see her, or if you find she's not showing up as much, there's reasons. So be kind when you see her. Be kind if she doesn't make a public works call that you thought she was going to be at. Here we go.
So all of my other lab work was good. My platelets have increased again, my hemoglobin. The thyroid cancer is one of the most treatable, by the way. But so all of my other lab work was good.
Her thyroid levels were sky high, which is confusing to me since she had her thyroid removed for cancer. So I don't know what's going on with her, but all the other things look really good. So hopefully they'll get that sorted soon and she'll be feeling better soon. I just wanted to send her some love and let everyone know to send her some love. I am sorry that I fell back to sleep and this was a shit show today. It's like this was Monday or something. But I stayed up late working on things. I fell asleep. I woke up again in the middle of the night, worked on some things. And yeah, I overslept. Yeah, sending love to Eyes. We hope she's better soon and back on her feet. And I hope she takes as much time as she needs and just feels better. And I don't even have finished my supportive squirrel of the day. I was working on that when I nodded off. So the problem with that is between AI generating it, there's like a 2-minute wait. You're just sitting there waiting. And that's when I fell asleep. Yeah, hopefully she'll get it figured out. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. Sorry, it was not as good. I'm not awake. I haven't even had my coffee yet. I just jumped straight on once I saw the time. So I am going to end it here. And we got tomorrow's to look forward to. Tomorrow's an interview. I have a great interview with the amazing Cricket Cinema. So let's look forward to that. Thank you all for coming. See you again soon. Have a great day, guys. Go out and do something fun.